things got contentious before the show as we discussed the San Francisco 49ers. Joy, how confident are you in the Niners?
Things got contentious because we have a lot of Niners fans that
the whole show
produced the show.
It was produced by Niners fans. The entire show.
I mean, let's not be disrespectful. We have Packers fans too, and Browns fans, and I think Darnell's a Colts fan, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We have some diversity with the teams. I'm confident they can get to an NFC Championship game. That's good, right?
It's really good.
Yeah, I think so.
Really good. It's hard to do.
It's hard. It's very hard to do. And I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about it. They don't have a quarterback. It's Groundhog Day. Every year. Yeah, they have lots of quarterbacks, Jordan. They have Trey Lance. They have Brock Purdy.
Sam Darnold.
They have Sam Darnold.
Okay, but Purdy is not. Purdy was 5-0 last year.
Purdy was 5-0. Purdy beat a lot of non-playoff teams on the way to the playoffs.
Two beating playoff teams.
And then in the playoffs was okay.
So
and then he got sent to the sideline by the Eagles defense.
We did that.
So he well, you can't say he got injured. Why did he get injured? Why did he get injured? He got injured because the Eagles defense went on the other side of the line of scrimmage and then told him to go sit down. Yeah. And I'm not making a joke of it. That's what happened. It wasn't like some non-contact injury or something. It was very much a contact injury. So I don't know. I just feel like with the Niners, they're so talented every single year. And it's weird. Like, we just had all these conversations about the Cowboys, how top to bottom, whole roster, so talented. But we don't know about the quarterback. Why do we not give that same energy to the Niners? And the only reason we don't is because they get to the NFC Championship game. And occasionally, they will get to a Super Bowl. And what happened in the Super Bowl, Shady?
Loss.
Why'd they lose?
Garoppolo missed one throw.
One throw.
Yeah, the Emmanuel Sanders throw.
Shady has a great story about the Super Bowl. Please tell us the story about the Super Bowl.
All we want to do is get the third down, third and long, because we want Jimmy G. Please throw the ball, Jimmy G.
He plays quarterback. Please throw the ball. They want the quarterback to throw the ball.
That was a game plan.
I don't think y'all heard me. The game plan was get their quarterback to throw the ball. That's not a good thing. Yet every single year, I get told the same thing. It doesn't matter. They got Shanahan. It doesn't matter. They got all this talent. I don't know what Brock Purdy is. Can I wait a game? Can I get 2 games? Can I get 2 games?
I agree with that.
All right. Can I just get 2 games? I know what Sam Darnold is.
I'm very confident in the Niners.
What about Trey Lance? You know
I don't know what Trey Lance is.
We don't know yet.
I don't know what you know what Trey Lance is? Trey Lance was a huge swing, a very big swing that we got convinced was going to work because it was the Niners. They used a lot of picks and went up and got Trey Lance, who did not have a lot of experience. And there's a word I throw around in the pre-show meeting that I'm not going to say right now because I don't feel like dealing with Niners fans, but you know what it is. Why are you overly confident?
I'm very confident. He's 5-0 as a starter, Brock Purdy. 13 TDs, 4 picks, 67%. He was very good. They have a terrific head coach in Kyle Shanahan.
Correct.
They have awesome weapons. Kittle, Mr. Deebo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk last year was really good.
Yep.
He had 8 touchdowns, career high, almost 1,100 yards. Yep. He's playing for an extension. Everything I've been told out of San Francisco is that as good as Ayuk was last year, his route running is better. You cannot cover this man. And Deebo said as well, I don't even want to watch the tape I put out last year. That's how frustrated he was with himself. You know he's going to hold himself accountable. And they have a defense. They have the best linebacker in the NFL in Fred Warner since Bobby Wagner. They have a terrific defense across the board. They lost Jimmy Ward. They drafted Jair Brown out of Penn State. Great young safety. They have everything. And Brock Purdy in year 2, with the confidence, with the empowerment, with Kyle Shanahan, great offensive mind, there's no reason why San Francisco can't get to the mountaintop. Quest for 6.
I also think, and I love that, I also think, though, Joy, this is the first year the 49ers have gotten into camp without a quarterback controversy since 2020, if you will.
With Jimmy.
Because Jimmy G was in the controversy with Trey Lance in 21, and then he was in controversy with Trey Lance in 22. Now in 23, there is no controversy.
That's fair.
Like, there is no who's going to start. Brock Purdy is the starter. They've made that abundantly clear since the end of the regular season. Who's going to be the backup? That's up for debate. With the new NFL rules, it really doesn't matter who's the backup because you can keep additional quarterbacks. It does not count against the active 47-man roster. So I'm more confident in the Niners this year than I was in the Niners last year because every single player on the Niners is entering their prime. It's not as though they have players that are over the hill. You could argue Trent Williams isn't entering his prime, but I believe he's still sustaining his prime. Christian McCaffrey, top 5 running back in football. George Kittle, top 5 wide receiver in football. Fred Warner, top 1 linebacker in football. Hufanga, top 5 safety in football. Greenlaw, I would also say he's a top 5 linebacker in football. Bosa, top 5 defensive end in football. Javon Hargrave, top 5 defensive tackle in football, especially as it pertains to rushing the passer. I think the Niners are better at every position, including quarterback, than last year, 2-5.
I'm confident in the Niners for all them different reasons. And the last couple of years, they've had that. They've had top linebackers. They've had top offensive linemen, right? They just go get Christian McCaffrey. You got Debo, Kittle. So they have a lot of weapons. So I'm confident with this team, but how confident? Where do you see him? When you say confident, where do you see him on the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Or is that what it is?
I think they'll go back to the NFC Championship game, and once again versus the Eagles and versus the Cowboys.
So that's my thing. My thing is I'm confident that they will be the team that they've been in the past.
Yeah.
That really, really good, right? Coached very, very well. Kyle Shanahan is a great coach. I think they get to the playoffs, get to the NFC Championship game, and I think we'll see the same results. I think the Eagles are a better team. I think they'll lose. So I am confident that the Niners will be a good team. Just how much confidence and where do you see these guys going?
That's fair. To say that the Niners will go to the NFC Championship game and lose to the Eagles, I believe it will be Niners-Eagles or Niners-Cowboys or Eagles-Cowboys, some combination of that mix. But before we go, I know you're very high on the Seahawks.
Oh, here we go.
The Seahawks,
Yes, he is.
I'm also very high on, surprisingly. Geno Smith has been balling as of the last 12 to 14 months, if you will. Pete Carroll, he has a lot of confidence in him. He added, quote, that Geno's been very aggressive and he's really confident, close quote. Jackson Smith-Njigba, DK Metcalf, Tyler
Walker.
Lockett, Kenneth
Walker's
Walker.
nice.
Walker is the
I
truth.
believe that Seahawks team will be among the NFC elite by the end of the year. I think we'll be saying Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, Seahawks. Can they be amongst the elite?
Absolutely. Why not? Smith-Njigba, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Shady's, where is this guy going to go? Smith-Njigba, if you didn't hear yesterday, Brian Hartline told me as good as Marvin Harrison is, as good as Olave is, Smith-Njigba has everything. He can do anything you want on a football field. He is that special, that talented, that smart. Kenneth Walker last year was one of the premier running backs in the league, period.
Yes, he was.
They drafted Charbonnet. They drafted McIntosh. They have depth. They have a good line. They brought in Draymond Jones from Denver, gave him a bag.
Yeah.
That dude is a monster. They have a lot of weaponry, okay? The only thing they don't have is a quarterback who's been to the apex. Geno Smith can do it. There's no reason why he can't. I was talking to Geno and DK this morning because they watch it. I made sure they watch it, and they said they appreciate it and that they're just getting started. What does that mean? That means 11 wins. That means pushing San Francisco, pushing Philadelphia. And Pete Carroll, we know, is a Super Bowl coach. We talked about Ron Rivera being a player's coach, and Pete Carroll might be the oldest coach in the league, not named Bill Belichick. He has that young mentality. They get back Jamal Adams. They have Quandre Diggs. They have Woolen. They drafted Witherspoon out of Illinois at number 5. They have a squad. Joey's what are you?
What's this for? This is the Super Bowl, or is this for what is this?
They're going to push everyone in the NFC.
They're going to be an elite team in the NFC.
Oh, elite. Oh, okay. Sorry.
To me,
Okay.
in a 17-game season, we're not talking elite if you're not winning at least 11 games.
Yeah, agreed.
Right, we can all.
I would say 12 to 13. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Really, it's 12 to 13.
I like 12. Yeah,
We're
like
talking about
12.
elite.
12.
Personally, I'm not.
12.
Personally, I wouldn't start until 12.
Yeah.
12. Yeah, right.
But everybody likes to be like nice. So 12 games. Can we all agree with that?
Yeah.
I'm rocking with 12. Right.
Okay,
I'm with it.
so
12,
you think they're
I'm with
going to go from 9 wins last year
Three more.
to 12 wins?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Is there a better trio, wide receivers, in the league?
Let's not get hyperbolic.
Metcalf, and no, I'm serious.
Only the
Smith-Njigba.
Bengals.
Cincinnati,
Only
maybe.
the Bengals.
With Boyd, Higgins, and Chase. Okay.
that's
So
all.
they have they have the best wide receiver trio in the NFC. They have an upper echelon quarterback.
There's a lot to love in
echelon
Seattle.
running back.
There's a lot to love in Seattle.
Great young
There's a
running
lot
back,
that I love in Seattle.
Terrific coach. Awesome home field.
The Niners swept them last year.
They did.
They were 2 and
Close,
5. They were 2.
They almost beat them.
I don't care about close.
Okay, but they're
wins,
there.
losses is the only thing that
They blew
moves
them out in
on.
the playoffs. They blew them
Well,
out.
not the first half.
What? Bro,
half.
football game, they blew them
Oh,
out.
fine. Okay. Fine.
They were 2 and 5 against playoff teams, including the playoffs last year. They lost 6 of their last 9 games. I think that they will be competitive in the NFC.
They were last year, of course.
They won 9 games. They won 9 games.
Yeah,
they went to the post. They won 9 games in a 17-game season. They went to the playoffs, and what happened?
Got blew out.
So they were
They
in
won
the
a playoff
playoffs.
game. They won a playoff game.
They were in the playoffs.
Playoff game.
Okay, right. That's important. Elite is a word we just throw around too much.
Pushing elite.
No. Ain't no pushing elite.
really
You are
wanna
either
get back
elite
to
or you're not.
Elite sounds wild.
Like,
Elite sounds wild.
There's really only 2 teams, in my opinion, that are actually
Philly
elite in
and
the
San
NFC, and that's Philly and the Cowboys.
Whoa.
Because I don't know who's the quarterback for the Niners.
Let's get joy out to Alex now.
Where are we going? Yo, we going this? We going Fields? Where we going? We come back to this? We going to go?
Sound like she hot on it. We might have bring it back.
We bringing it back. Nah, we bringing this back.
Fine,
when we return, we got it. I don't know what Joy don't consider the Niners elite. Seahawks can't make it to be elite. We got to debate all of that. All of that.
And we ain't taking it back. You heard what she said? She ain't taking it back.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.